expecting an all-out offensive display. The bravery being shown here is just incredible. No rest for the weary. Nice counter shot. They both want a knockout, you can tell. Punch, counter punch. Good counter punching. Nice counter. Nice counter. Maccarinelli might go down here. A much better game plan here.
Got caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step back, steady yourself, recompose yourself, then boom, back into it. But do not make those mistakes. This is the wrong place to fall asleep.
Back and forth they go in this round. The momentum continues to shift.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
There was so much hype surrounding this match, I wonder if it can actually live up to the hype.
You have some fighters that are big show, big...
Hold on, gotta cut you off here, Johnny. Chambers is hurt. And it appears they're out of trouble, at least for now. But that just goes to, despite what the judges' scorecards read, they're pulling right there. Chambers on the back foot trying to survive. Chambers. Let's talk about Maccarinelli in that last round. And a round that seemed like an...
Starting to make mistakes.
There's the bell for round two. Let's see how they bounce back here in this round.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Nice counter. The straight right just misses. Both going for the KO. It's so obvious. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Caution being thrown to the wind. The perfect counter lands. This counter-puncher is going to wait for you to move first, and then will strike like a snake. Keep an eye on this guy.
They have got great ring IQ. Counter-punchers are the best.
Well done with that counter shot. Nice counter shot. That puller right there. Maccarinelli. And apparently no rest for the weary. Thought about taking a breath, but instead, they're in there throwing bombs again.
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle. Get back on it.
Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Maccarinelli got caught. Let's talk about Maccarinelli in that last round. Well, he is glad to have heard that bell. Here we go in round three. Who's going to land the first big shot? Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
That jab doesn't score. This is the type of fighter that would say, I don't even want rounds. Let's just fight until one of us can't stand up anymore.
sluggers are an absolute nightmare. They will stay in your face, not give you a breather, not step back when you think, all right, let's have a breather. They want to get stuck right in.
Not good news from Maccarinelli. And it appears they weathered the storm. How? I'm not sure.
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What do they do? What do they tell him when he goes back to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
This has been a very competitive round between these two.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill. Tap for tap. Now this fight will say...
Whoa, Johnny, out of nowhere. Look at this. Maccarinelli. Looks like they've shaken. And you knew this was coming. They're going to take a knee.
What you see right there is a heartbroken fighter.
6, 7, 8.
A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Maccarinelli in that last round. And a round that seems... Get your mind back on the job. On to the fourth we go. So the fight will continue. How do they turn things around?
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up, just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Do you believe what we are seeing? Chambers just got clipped. I thought that was going to be a knockdown at least.
Defense, defense, defense is everything because they got shot once. They know they can get caught again. So for now, just defense. Work on defense. Blocking and stopping and shooting.
A very competitive round here so far.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Just misses with that jab. Beautiful counter punch. And that jab just missed with the left hand. There's a counter shot. Swing and a miss with that hook. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Chambers is in trouble. Let's talk about Maccarinelli in that last round. After what we saw in that last... There's the bell to start round 5. Coming off that great round, let's see if they can build on momentum here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Which fighter will say no mas? Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. A straight right just misses. There's no doubt that this fighter's power can change the fight around in an instant. You can't afford to make one single minor mistake.
This could be really intimidating, Todd. If you know somebody's got the punch power, someone's got the speed, it can be intimidating. Just depends on how confident you are as a fighter.
Nice counter punch right up the middle. This is some of the best action I've seen in any round anywhere this year. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. I don't think it's going to be a boxing match. This is going to be a fight. How about that time counter shot? Well done with that count. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Maccarinelli in that last round. That was almost a... This is the beginning of round 6. That last round was huge for him, Johnny. How does he keep the momentum going?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
There's a counter shot. This fighter has determined that they can walk through any punches that their opponent throws, and that's a very confident spot to be in.
I've seen some fights with a granite chin. You can hit them with a sledgehammer, they are not going to move. But then I've seen some mad punchers with a chin like a crisp. As soon as you touch them, they're gone. And this is the danger spot.
Both men step back for just a moment. Misses with the right uppercut. Nice counter punch right up the middle. How about that time counter shot? One moment changes everything, especially in this division. It's survival time for Damian Chambers. Still standing.
What recovery skills they are. What a shot it was. Completely gone. I thought there's no way he's going to finish this round. But look at that. Look at the movement. Look at the speed back on it. Like it never happened.
This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Maccarinelli might go down here. And Enzo wilts down to the canvas. Wow, that impact was incredible. Let's take another look at it.
Where did that come from? What a shot.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, you're out.
It happened. You saw it here live. A knockout win.